The ultimate experience is a project to see how many games I can play before I eventually get old and die, or find more important things to do with my time. These were my experiences.
The good news is that we have a lot of amazing games to show you from creators around the world over the next 2 hours.
The bad news is we fired all the people who made them. I don't understand the Horizon games. Are they like an industry
There
plant?
you go. Wasn't that
I've never
fun?
heard
That was
anyone
Lego
say anything
Horizon
positive
Adventures,
about
coming
them.
out later this year for PlayStation.
It
We
feels like
also
a
did
big
one
joke
on
that I'm not
PC
in
and
on.
Nintendo Switch.
No More Room in Hell 2, that's that game that's about the Californian housing market, right?
Right. To introduce our next game, please join me in welcoming someone who I've known for over a decade. She's
Hideo
been a huge
Kojima.
fan of some of our reveals, like
Oh.
Street Fighter 6 a few years ago, and of
Would
course Final
anyone have
Fantasy
been
7
surprised if it
Rebirth
was,
last
though?
year.
If this is an entirely Quidditch game, that's really funny because Quidditch is one of the dumbest parts of Harry Potter. What if we made a sport that just made no sense? You know, I'm glad that people like it. There are people who play it in real life. When I did my first degree, there was a Quidditch team at the university, and we all collectively laughed at them. But just like, as a game, it's a dumb concept. What if there was a rugby match, but then off to the side, there was one guy who was just playing with like a kendama, and if he got it in, then you win the game. You know, it's completely divorced. Do you ever see like the visual style of something and go, wow, this is gonna do numbers on the parts of YouTube that are created exclusively to melt your 4-year-old's brain when he's using an iPad at Applebee's? Is this a new Civilization game? Because I know people who would genuinely ruin all of their personal relationships for one. There you go. I know some marriages that are going to end over that game. That report showing how much people have to pay per minute that their game is shown at the Game Fest has really recontextualized the way that I look at all of this, because as soon as it starts up and it's a CGI cutscene, I'm just thinking, you paid $250,000 to show no gameplay?
We've got some amazing developer guests joining us throughout the show, and I'm very excited to introduce our first guests. They are
Hideo
legendary
Kojima.
creators who are working on a brand new fantasy RPG Metaphor slated to launch this October.
It's okay
Please welcome
too.
the director and art.
I love you, Hashino. Please tell us all about how this game will also have a system where you can date someone much older than you.
In fact, we've even brought our latest trailer today, which is centered around the topic of these archetypes.
Oh, let's go,
much, and we
baby.
hope you enjoy it.
Let's talk about the real archetypes that Hashino loves. I'm talking a dad whose wife got hit by a car, and now he has to raise the daughter, and also he's a cop. Or perhaps my second favorite archetype of his, daughter of some sort of corporate magnate whose dad dies, and now she has control of the entire company. Those are just two of the very specific ones that Ashino keeps repeating. I just don't care about VR. You know, like, I like the Arkham games, and announcing a new Arkham game is cool. But then announcing it and immediately saying, oh, it's Oculus? Don't care. Don't care at all. Not interested.
Me. Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iteration and have been playing each one
That's right.
ever since.
It's the Les
So,
Miserables
let's
fighting
check it out.
game. This is completely unrelated, but y'all remember Sly Cooper? I miss Sly Cooper every day of my life. See, the great thing is that if that game doesn't sell well, you can
There you
say,
go, Internet. We got your
sparking
release
zero
date for Sparking
sales.
Zero, October.
You know what? I actually love games like this, because this is the part in the show where I get to stand up and be like, I'm cold, I'm gonna go get a hoodie. And I don't have to care about what they're showing. You know, I'm hearing reports that,
We're back here at
you know, if
Summer
that
Game
doesn't
Fest, and I was
do
looking at
well,
Mecha Break with its
it's
immersive
actually a
aerial and
mecha
ground
break
combat with
situation for the
lightning-fast
studio.
maneuvers.
Calling Blumhouse like the provider of high quality horror movies is kind of like saying that McDonald's is the provider of high quality cheeseburgers. Every once in a while, you get one that hits really well. But it's not because of Blumhouse. Like, they're just producers. Honestly, like, I'll shit on Blumhouse's film output, but the indie horror scene sounds like the best place for them to be. Jason Blum might be a shithead, but if he's funding more games, there's at least that.
There, that's incredible. So Jason, tell us a bit about why did you want to get into games like this? What are we doing?
I wanted more money, Jeff.
Very busy.
Yeah, you know what? This rules. I don't even like Power Rangers, and this is so far one of the best things they've shown. Killer Bean, shut up! I take it back. This is the best thing we're gonna see today. Killer Bean rules. If you're not bean pilled, get on it. I hope that they also let the Killer Bean guy do all of the weird racist voices that he does in his movie.
He say your food tastes like ass crack. What?
Please welcome from the
It's amazing.
Makers, a small
You can either make a
independent
game
studio
entirely by
fans,
yourself
Audrey LaPrince and
or
Eric
work for a
Dahl.
big corporation and get fired.
Hello, Jeff.
The possibilities are endless.
Very happy to be here.
An indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted back in our less popular Among E days.
This is our way.
This is the
of
best
saying
thing
thank
that's
you
actually
to
been
our
announced so
crewmates,
far.
Players.
Sam Lake from Remedy.
Yay! Do the dance. He's doing a dance. Oh no, he's doing the dance. Let's go, baby.
I think that's enough. Thank
That was
you.
the best part of the Game Awards.
Hi. You see,
This is not the Game Awards. You know what? I was
your
ready to drop
Remedy
the joke
game collection
that this Summer
pictures
Game Fest
on
has
your
been so
shelves
boring. I call it
with
the
Alan
Slumber
Wake
Game
2
Fest.
So far, digital
That woke me up.
only, sadly missing.
It Alan
Well,
woke me up.
We are
Okay, so here's the real question with Capcom. Is this going to be another live service that they burn all of their money on while their tentpole franchises keep them going? Doesn't look like it so far. This looks like an actual video game.
We know you may have heard the stories about the fine people.
Yeah,
here at
you know what?
Nintendo,
Sure.
so we wanted
I
to
don't know what
take
this is.
time to
Sold.
dispel any of
Tim
these
Robinson,
completely
all I needed.
unfounded
Sold.
rumors and allegations, and
Just tell me where to
reassure
put
you
my
that
money.
Thanks here at M-Corp and
In the
city
disk
of
drive?
San Francisco
Yeah, that's fine.
have never
$250,000 to put
We'll be here a
Tim
long
Robinson on the big screen. I'm okay with that. I don't know what that game was about, but you've
All
sold
right,
me on it. Great.
Welcome back to Summer.
It's a skate game? Never mind. You know, I know we all clowned on Jeff Keighley on Twitter with like the please wrap it up thing and him complaining that it was a light year for video games and that we shouldn't expect a lot. But this feels so long. It just keeps going and going.
Look at your phone.
Please wrap it up.
Swordplay, tell me about your swordplay.
He is a bridge.
Chris Hemsworth, you were just in a Mad Max movie. You can do better than this.
Also pillaged a few villages.
Will Arnett can't do better than this. Like, he deserves to be here, but Chris Hemsworth is like a good actor. You were in Black Hat,
There's more where that came from.
and now you're in Clash of Clans ads. I guess it could have been worse. That's my glowing review.